Town of Bluffton Affordable Housing Committee meeting, Thursday, December 4th, 2025, 10 a.m. This is the podium microphone. Podium microphone. Staff microphone. Staff microphone audio. Dais, microphone 2. Dais, microphone 2. Dais, this is 3. Microphone 3. 4 on the dais, microphone 4. Six, this is microphone 6, Vice Chair Burden. Audio testing, confirmation on 1, 2, and 5. This is podium. Staff, this is staff. Channel 2, channel 2, microphone 2. This is the audio test for microphone 3, microphone 3. 4, microphone 4. This is 6. Audio test, podium, microphone, audio test. Staff, this is the staff desk microphone. This is microphone 1, Councilmember Polite. 1 on the microphone. Microphone 1 testing, microphone 1. This is 2, microphone 2 on the dais, microphone 2. 3, microphone 3 on the dais, number 3. 4, microphone 4 on the dais, number 4. 5, microphone number 5 on the dais, 5. 6, microphone 6 from the dais, microphone 6. Chair Hamilton 5. Councilmember Polite on 1.
session. Roll call, please.
All right, good morning. Chairman Fred Hamilton,
Here.
Councilmember Emily Burden,
Here.
Commissioner Meg James, Commissioner Doug McGill, Commissioner Veronica Navarro,
Here.
Commissioner Gwen Chambers,
Here.
and Commissioner Denolis Polite.
For the record, Doug McGill had just had surgery and he's recovering. So, normally he is faithful and on time. All right. The adoption of the minutes for October the 2nd, 2025. Is there a motion to accept?
Motion to accept?
There a second?
Second.
All in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposes, ayes have it. To my excitement, we do have public.
All right, so we will do our introductions. A couple of our public is on schedule under discussion, but we will go ahead and get names for the record. If you don't mind, if you would come and speak into the mic just to let us know who you are this morning, please. Start front row. You don't have to give us anything, just state.
Amanda Denmark. And what am I supposed to give an address? Or just Pierce Scott Architects?
Summer Nichols, Bristol, New Riverside.
Hi, Jocelyn Steiger, Government Affairs Director for the Hilton Head Area Realtors and the Beaufort Jasper County Realtors.
Lucy Souls from the L.
And you can sit up close if you like.
Michael Freeze, here on behalf of the leadership group for the Chamber of Commerce.
Right. Welcome, guys. And thank you. Like I said, we do have quite a few of our attendees are on the agenda for today, so we will get to them once we hit that spot. So back to you, Chairman.
Okay. Old and new business, which we'll start with neighborhood assistant budget update, please.
All right, so as we are in our last month of 2025, fiscal year is still rolling. As you know, fiscal year goes from June to July, so we are still spending some funds. The budget for the Neighborhood Assistance Program was adopted for $450,000 by Town Council. A total of 22 homes have received repairs as of today. A total of $170,097 has been spent. These repairs consist of roofing, flooring, decks, plumbing, and tree service. Applications are being processed weekly, and staff is reviewing those estimates along with building safety to make sure that funds are spent accurately and all requested repairs are being made. Repair estimates continue to rise, and staff will make every effort to ensure our residents have safe, decent, and suitable living environments. To date, 4 homes are waiting on estimates to be submitted, and 2 applications are out for income verification. I do want to go back up to the building safety comment. We are short a couple of building inspectors, so it is taking a little bit of time for things to be inspected. So it's just moving a little slower for us. The guys are kind of tripling themselves out on the town, getting stuff looked at. So if anyone knows anybody, we're looking for well-qualified, uncertified building inspectors, okay? So any questions there, just call customer service. Any questions on the memo?
Don't.
As always, I give you, let's take that down. I give you our Excel sheet so you can see where everything is sitting, where everything is going out, line item by line item. And as always, you can see that our home repair, rehabilitation is always our big number, is our big line. So we're doing pretty good fund-wise. Like we said, 22 to date. We have available budget, a little under $280,000 still available, with 4 or 5 homes waiting on estimates to come in. So we're doing good. We are doing really well. I did state a couple, maybe 2 months ago, that Beaufort Jasper Housing Fund has opened up their plate again to the recipients that received funds before. So I did do another asking or request from them, so we should probably know something back between January and February if we were allotted those funds. Just for the record, Ms. Meg James has joined us. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So we'll let Ms. Meg get caught up, get settled in, get cozy. So Ms. Meg, we are now just giving up the budget report. We have repaired 22 homes so far this fiscal year, not calendar year, but fiscal year. So we are holding a little under $280,000, so we're going well. We have 4 to 5 applications that are out waiting on estimates, so we are doing very well. I actually have 3 applications on my desk that are waiting for more income, for income verification purposes. So between February, March, we should have put down another 7 or 8 homes for repair. And again, some of those are repeat homes because you can come back to us once a calendar year. So just for different issues that they come back, and then most of them are new homes. So we are still, people are still seeking us that have never, did not know that we had this program. So word of mouth, soup kitchen, churches, a friend says, oh, we'll call such and such, call the town, you know, they do this. A lot of people did not know. So the word is still getting out. So we are more than grateful to help and do what we need to do there. Save the Shutters with Miss Amanda, I just finished project number 5, and we go out to project number 6 tomorrow. So that has been a great teamwork. And again, Save the Shutters is helping back us because they get donations. So we are able to do labor. They do kind of the material gathering and all that, and we're able to pay the labor part. So it's a big joint effort in getting things done. If it's a big project, you know, we're getting things done. Not to say we don't handle the big projects, but they're able to get in different things that cut costs for us. So that has been a good joint venture. Do you want to say anything about?
Yes, I need you to come to the
Keep putting you on
microphone.
the spot.
You look like you're afraid.
I wasn't expecting to speak so much today.
Do you have storage? Do you have a place where you can store
No, we do not.
supplies?
We do not. That's a big thing is that since I'm in the architecture world and I have contacts with builders and suppliers, and I'm always reaching out for materials and any type of, you know, leftover things, people will have them at different times, but we might not need them at that time. And so then it just goes in the trash. And we would just, if we had somewhere to store things, we could save them up for the next projects, and we could help Vicky out a lot more with items and things, because we do have a lot of great people in the community that want to donate. And with our area and the type of work we do, the upper end work, there's a lot of disposal of things that other people could use, nice things that other people could use. So we right now currently can't save anything because we have nowhere to put it. I wouldn't even know right now because it would all vary depending on what people give us. A lot of times I'm asking for countertops or like vanities, toilets.
Like a warehouse, like a...
Yeah, something probably small to start off with until like we had more projects. But like, you know, we're working on 1 to 2 projects every few months. And depending on the scale of the project, obviously our first project was quite large and that was a different thing. But the last few have been a smaller scale, but it would have been nice to have a storage area. I did have a client that he let us use our garage. His garage was on Bridge Street. And so he did let us use that to store materials, but you know, I can't do that all the time. Right. So if I knew people that had something available, but yeah, it just depends. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, and then that way when I do email to the masses and say, hey, do you have these things? And a lot of times they'll say, well, I don't have this, but I have this right now. And it's like, I don't need that right now. But now, then I could say, okay, I'll take it, you know, maybe for the next, so.
Or yeah, if you get to that point and you need storage, just have Victoria send a quick email. Yeah. Let's just see if we can find a place.
Is Save the Shutters an official 501c3?
It is through the Community Foundation of the Low Country. They manage our account, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a 501c3.
Yes, so Community Foundation of Low Country is the 501(c)(3) that holds multiple accounts, and so we're one of those accounts. They manage our funds.
They're the fiduciary agent for them. So.
I wanted you to to speak to that because I think that's something that we can also advertise on our website.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be great, yeah. And I mean, we're really enjoying working with Vicky and helping anybody that we can. And, you know, like she has someone that maybe they, and I think this might be one of the income verifications, you know, we're just making sure that that's verified before she sends it off to us because there's some things that the town can't help with. So obviously we could pick up instead. So it's just been great to be able to help each other back and forth and then to help save the town with, you know, items and money that you don't need to spend because I can get it from somewhere else, so.
For the record, can you talk a little bit more about like what the town cannot do but that y'all can? Like what types of work and things like that?
Mold abatement, right? And then,
Some type of weatherization of just windows. We're not equipped for, when I say weatherization, my light bill is too high, I need a seal around my window, kind of things like that. HVAC, we do not do.
Right,
But
that's the big
I
one.
am rewriting our policy so that we can.
Do HVAC?
yeah.
You also work with the EOC as well, because they can do those projects
Right,
as well.
and I've sent a couple, with the weather right now, I've sent a couple people to
Yeah.
EOC and LCOG, and they are out of funds. So
Oh,
that would
that
be
would be
something
when
for
we
us
would
to
So
jump
then
on.
that's when,
So
okay, so I
part-
see, okay.
So part of our requirement in order to qualify with us is that they have to have gone through the town first.
Right.
And because you guys vet them and make sure that it's, you know, a
Right,
legitimate
yeah.
case. And then whatever the town can't work on, and if they went out to Bluffton Self Help or whoever the other agencies out there and they can't help or their funds are run out, we'll come in and we'll step in and pick it up. A lot of times they don't even have to go to those other agencies because if it's something small, we can just easily handle. But like HVAC, that's a big one and that's an expensive one. And so like we had been talking about this one particular person that might need a whole unit. So
Right.
what's going to happen is once she gets them verified, then we're going to set up a meeting to go walk the property with a builder and then decide budget and figure out what we can do to help.
The other important partnership we have with them is that we have a limited amount of funds that we can spend per house per
Per
year.
house, correct.
So that supplement is very
Greatly
favorable,
needed,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, we've gotten a lot, like I said, our community has been great donating time, donating materials, like you just wouldn't, it's just amazing that if you ask, people are there. So I'm proud
Just-
of our community.
Just out of curiosity, does the homeowner have to bring anything to the table? No? Okay.
No, we're not asking for anything. A lot of people like to give, yeah, we don't ask for anything. You know, they bring extra paper, and we're like, no, I don't need that, no, I don't need that, you know, because when they see government, they think that, oh, you're asking for, you know, my blood type and all that, but no, we're just, show me
We're here
that
to
you
help.
are income qualified, even if they're not employed, you know, we still try to do our best, make sure they fit into our 60%, 80% guidelines for different things. Say, for instance, when it comes to the private home repairs, I did have someone reach out for the private road repair. Now, that is at, I think that's 80%, but it has to be a certain number of residents on that road. And then how that works, all of them have to qualify for the program in order to get that private road scraped down. So I had to call emergency management, such as the police department, the fire department, just to make sure, no, I cannot get through here without bumping, going up and down. My trucks can't get through. So, you know, we don't have a lot of calls for that, but maybe once or twice a year, we do have calls for that. But I just said that to say they don't have to bring anything to the table, just make sure that their income qualifies. Some are not even working, so, you know, it's a
Okay.
plus. We don't ask.
Okay.
And for Save the Shutters, our goal is to have a safe living environment, so it's health, safety, and welfare. Anything else we get would be bonus. So for instance, if they wanted their house painted or something, like, we wouldn't do that, because that has nothing to do with being safe.
Right.
But we had a volunteer, we had someone that wanted to donate that to have their house painted, and that's a different thing. Miss Barbara was our first project, and she never had a washer and dryer. Well, that wasn't really in our scope because that had nothing to do with life safety, but we did have someone donate a washer and dryer. So that's how we kind of come in and help, and that's where we have to draw the line, is we have to determine, okay, is this safe environment? Like, we want to make sure everybody's, you know, in a healthy spot. So, and then if there are no, like, you know, the homeowner has to give us this or do that, but if they would like, we ask for participation. For instance, something needs to be painted. Hey, let's get a group of people and let's paint, and come on, why don't you guys paint? Or do you have, some family members that want to come help? So, I mean, we want to make it a group community effort, and we want to teach the youth and about volunteering and helping each other. So whenever we do have those opportunities, we reach out. But lately, we haven't had opportunities for volunteering because a lot of things are safety related, and we can't just have any old people come in. We want to make sure the professionals are in there doing that. So,
I mean, any just person,
just any person,
not old people.
Just any old person, any young person.
Any old person.
I mean, everybody wants to help and say, "Can we do it?" And it's like, well, we have liability too.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, so yes, as you can see, great teamwork, great partnership. Next on our agenda. An update on, no, not yet, is our 2026 meeting dates. 2026 meeting dates. We are knocking at 2026. So I just need you guys, don't tell me right now, but just kind of look at what we have here, see if you believe you're free. The only change is January 8th because that first Thursday falls on that New Year's timeframe. So our first January meeting will be the second week of January. Once we approve these, I will go ahead and put it on a calendar, send you out a save the date, and hold it on your calendar. But just kind of browse and see what you think.
Well, I want us to go ahead and approve this, and if you have to change it, then we change it.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
A motion to approve the meeting dates.
A motion to approve the meeting dates.
Second.
For 2026.
Then move in second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Second was James. Second
No,
was James.
I think
Oh,
we
James.
did, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Moving on down. So I have some good news. I have some bad news. Tell me which one you want first.
None.
The bad news.
Yeah, so we can close on a good note.
None, because I believe you're giving us good news just to give us bad news.
So I have an update on the May. And Amanda is Amanda is back, but I got an update. Amanda sent me an email update from Matt Lau. I wanted somebody to be here. I said requesting of Councilman Chairman Fred Hamilton. He wants a body in the building. Nobody was able to represent besides Amanda. But so I'm going to give you the right. I'm going to give you the bulletins that came from Matt, and if you have questions, Amanda will try, but this is what we have.
We'll just take notes.
So as of December 2nd, road beds are currently in. Water and sewer are complete. We are waiting on Dominion Energy to run power. We are in the queue, but no specific date as of yet. Hargrave will drop in telecom at the same time as Dominion Energy. Weston and Town Attorney Weston Newton and Town Attorneys are finalizing property transfer details so we can take to permitting. That's all I have.
Changed from Hargrave to Sparklight.
Sparklight, yes, Sparklight. So it's some good things in there. There is some good things in there. We do not have a time frame yet as when we will see actual construction starting, but we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We don't want to feel defeated. We've been working on this, and we want to stay hands up. Yeah, it's been a while.
Amanda, give us the bad news.
I can read you the exact same thing she just did because Matt and Bill could not be here, and then there's me, and I'm not a part of that part. Right. All I know is if you've driven by, you can see a lot of stuff has happened.
Really?
That's a lot.
We won't talk about how long.
And you know, it's at the same time, I think having canceled that workshop, I was very disappointed. I know, no one's at fault or anything, but especially if there's a little setback here, that would have at least been able to feel good with the public. Because I know several people, and I know they're awful at registering, but a lot of people were looking forward to tonight's workshop.
Wait, it's canceled?
It's canceled.
So Deborah Stewart and Danny Gerald from Pinnacle Partners overbooked themselves. They did not realize, and she wanted to come in virtual. But I said, no, I would rather have us hands-on. You know, I don't want somebody coming and sitting at a screen when this is our first one. We want to be hands-on, we want to be virtual. So they did email me back. We're looking at January 28th date.
Oh, that's not bad.
So that's why I didn't say canceled. I wanted, you know, mark it postponed. So I am going to get with the Rotary Center, Lindy, to go ahead and
Book that date.
book it to make sure the 28th is free. So yeah, I was very bummed when I let Kevin and Heather know it, you know, it's kind of out of my hands, but I didn't want it to be virtual.
So by January 28th, will we have a foundation?
I mean, I'm not the.
I love your.
Speak that into existence.
Yes, I love your optimism.
Let's have a foundation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little pessimistic because holidays, the New Year, and the 28th would just be too soon, I would think.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to give a call to Dominion, that
Yeah,
would be
we can do that. Okay.
Push them.
push them.
Gently nudge them.
We asked for. Okay. So, yeah.
I would put Stephen on that task. Okay.
Quite a while now. Quite a while. So, yeah, that's what we have for the May. And again, I do apologize about the housing. We were excited. I did have, because I was sharing it all over, and a couple people were also sharing it. So I did have to reach out to about 6 or 7 residents yesterday to let them know that it was canceled, not canceled, postponed. But cross fingers that January 28th, we can get in the Rotary Center, and I'll go ahead and put that back out today. Okay.
On the May, weren't you waiting to start accepting applications? So does this postpone all of that?
Not yet. Well, the workshop had nothing to do with the.
Right.
Yeah, the workshop had nothing to do with that. I believe Joey was waiting to see when we were going to get closer to construction.
Yeah.
So that when the residents started filling out their application, it wouldn't be such a delay. You know, it'll be kind of boom, boom, boom.
So it is kind of delaying all of that, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is delaying that application process time.
Plus, if you're trying to get a mortgage, you need to be at least 90 days out.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can't do that too far ahead of time. So it is kind of lingering a lot of different aspects of the topic.
I will say that whenever it does start, it will go fairly quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't be as long as a normal house.
Amanda, you're
3 month
trying to bring
completion.
some good news, right? Okay.
All right, so we just gave you 2 updates, the May and then the workshop. We do have the workforce housing rental units is going really well. As you know, the elders came on board and they reached out. They came to one of the meetings during the summer and they reached out and wanted to know how they could go about making some of their units workforce pricing as well. The town had nothing to do with it. It's all about them following that AMI, that annual number that comes out. We spoke, I went to Kevin, I went to the powers that be that can say, no, we don't have anything to do with it. If they want to do it, let's do it. So we are hoping that, right now we have 3. We are hoping that we can get other developments to jump on board with this as well. Because even if it's 2, it's helping a family or it's helping a single person. It's helping, you know, somebody in hospitality have a place to stay. So we do have 2 of our rental unit developments here. And I'll have Miss Summer Nichols come up first from Bristol at New Riverside.
So this is actually pretty important to me. The workforce units are amazing. However, I think we really need to look hard at them. Currently, most of our competitors around the area are offering 2 months free on rent. We can't give concessions on workforce. If you take a unit that's a 1-bedroom, that's $1,650 a month, you give them 2 months free, they take that concession and spread it out over their lease, they're paying $1,375 a month. A 1-bedroom workforce is $1,472. That's the problem. In my eyes, it's a problem. So I think the workforce housing units are too high, and I don't know exactly, obviously I'm not involved too much, but I don't know how the yearly, I mean, I get the AMI but I don't know how we come up with that number.
The annual number that they pay for rent.
Yes.
So was it your apartment complex that was $850 a month initially? Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of messed up. We were going from like,
They cheated themselves.
we really did. We were going off of like 2021 pricing from when they first started the development. But now, I mean, even though all of my workforce housing is full, I don't know about the L's at this point, it doesn't make sense. The water side at Pepper Hall, which is right off of 278.
Across from Inmark?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Their regular pricing brings them down to 13 something a month as well.
For a 1-bedroom.
For a 1-bedroom. So,
So you're seeing an issue of being too high?
the workforce housing is too high,
Right.
Okay.
unfortunately, and I don't know.
They're pricing it now at $1,400?
They're, like the 1-bedrooms are 1472.
$1,472.
And that's without utilities. We don't add the utilities in. And like I said, we were doing 1-bedrooms at $1,650, 2 months free, spreading that out as $1,375. So even though they're full, it's hard for me to justify pushing workforce housing and saying, hey, we've got this really great deal, when it's not a deal. And I'm sending them to, Lakeview Terrace. I'm sending them to Waterside at Pepper Hall because they can afford to live there. Yeah. So, and I don't know if I don't know if it needs to be looked at year over year, what concessions are, and adding that in, and new development coming in, because they're all gonna give 2 months of concessions. Yeah, so that's my concern.
So those numbers, that does the AMI, the annual AMI, and then when we look at the fair market rate and the other rates, those come from Beaufort. So Town of Bluffton has nothing, it's just no way we can regulate those numbers ourselves. Those are just numbers that come from, I think
It is. Yeah.
so,
And truly,
we can petition. I don't know how
yeah,
much
and
more
I've
work
worked
can
in
be
Beaufort
done.
County. I mean, this is still high for Beaufort County as well, if it was workforce up there. I don't know, like the village at Broad River, which is, is a tax credit community. I don't know what theirs rent for. Honestly, I haven't had time to dig into it. But just for Bluffton, it doesn't make sense. And I mean, look, we're gonna continue to do workforce because we're making money on them. But it's not right. It's not fair.
You keep a waiting list? You have 10?
We have just 10. We only have 166 units, so we're a pretty small community. And I have 3 people on the wait list. I've sent a couple to the L, but then I'm looking at all the pricing and I'm like, you need to go here instead.
And this is the issue that we ran into 2020 or 2021 when the prices were going up.
Just my 2 cents. I mean, and like I said, I just don't know if Beaufort County is taking into consideration the concessions and all of that stuff. I know Beaufort County, they have a bunch of new product coming out too. So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but I wanted to make sure you all understood that they're not getting a benefit, unfortunately. Yeah, of course.
Thank you for what you are doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I just,
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, and bringing that to light. 'Cause,
yeah, I mean, and I feel like probably nobody really realizes that. And that was one big reason why I told Lisa, who was her manager at the time, you all need to do workforce because it's still bringing in more income. And I know that sounds terrible, but we're still running a business.
Right.
You know, you're not losing anything. You're losing more on concessions.
Right.
So just my 2 cents.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
We just started workforce housing just last month, so we're still pretty new to it. We also have 10 units that are workforce housing. So far, we filled 4 of them, which is great. We have some firefighters, we have some food service. our one-bedroom base rent, just regular, is $1,900. So if someone does that and they do get the 2 months free, it also brings it down a little bit, not as much as Bristol. But it's a similar, just the other day, we had someone that came in, they qualified for workforce housing, but then they also looked at if they signed just regular and the 2 months free, and it was pretty much the same. They did go with the workforce housing one, but similar issue. We're still new to it, so still a lot to learn, but we've done 4 so far, so.
So I have another question. If they sign on for the workforce or the regular base rate and they get the 2 months free, that's only a contract for a year, typically, right?
So right now, if they want the 2 months free, they have to sign a 15 to 18 month lease.
15 to 18.
And then the workforce housing is just a 12-month lease.
And then, okay, so that's so once the 15 month is complete, can they then go back and do the workforce housing?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Okay.
And then right now, like if someone does have the 2 months free and then it's time for them to renew their lease, they don't get those 2 months again, so their rent does go back up.
So that's also in consideration also that the rent.
What's the square footage of a one-bedroom?
812.
What is the regular rate if they're not if you're not giving the workforce discount?
1,900.
So it's normally it's the same rate no matter if it's workforce or not. The only thing they get is 2 months free.
Or did you say what the rate was for your workforce unit?
The workforce housing,
That's what I asked.
the workforce housing is 1,646.
And that's the 812
At 1646, they get 2 months free.
No.
No,
Not the
1,900. They get 2
$1,900.
months free.
So you're including
Do not.
okay, then that's not right. Sorry. Victoria and I have gone back and forth about this workforce for a long time. 1472 is the base. The 1646, then we are supposed to include utilities. And the Crown is doing it this way as well.
So we need to have conversation.
Big conversation.
Or just bring everybody together so everybody can get on the same page. Like you said, you're new, you're learning, yeah.
Right, and that, like I said, with us, it took us a while to figure it out. And I mean, we did $8.99 and we were giving them a month free. I mean,
I love that.
we
for
looked
them.
at
I
it
do.
and we were complete rock stars, and then we jumped them up to over $1,000
Yeah.
a month, and they were like, what is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of confusion with the utilities, without the utilities. And this is,
I
this
see
is
what
where
you're saying.
I've like really dug in, because I want to make sure if there's any implications, we're doing it 100% right. So,
I think we need to sit down, development to myself, and sit down with the paperwork and see.
100%.
Okay.
There's only 3 that are in the town. The Crown, the L, and the yeah.
And Bristol that you run the
Yeah.
This is why we have a huge wait list, because we're not doing utilities. We're making them do they're including utilities at that 1646 price, and then the residents are still having to pay utilities on top. So
What's the square footage of your one bedroom?
745. Yeah.
Is there any way to include Beaufort County or Beaufort or? Yeah. They have an interim one.
And I think that would be great for all of us to come together, because, I mean, I look like we're doing an amazing deal, but we're not, you know.
Right.
There is, if I'm understanding it right, then you're charging utilities and they're paying utilities. So, right. So, you know, great, you're getting the higher rate, but are you really supposed to be having that higher rate? It's just, we started, gosh. 21 is when the development started. We moved people in
the moon. But, you know, we had to really dig through and figure out what the difference was, because there's not a whole lot of education on it.
Right.
For
Well,
us.
I definitely champion you for doing the work and having the education on it, because, I mean.
It's important to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's important to our community and the people that we serve.
That's why I hate to turn people away and say, go somewhere that you're gonna be able to afford, and you're gonna have a little bit of extra money in your pocket, because I want all the money. I mean, our occupancy is starting to tank, so I need all the money, but I just feel like it needs to be right and it needs to be fair.
That's integrity.
Sorry, I didn't mean to Shanghai you.
That's integrity for sure.
To be fair, no, thank you. Thank you for what you do. That's all I have for you guys. Do we have any assignments you want me to work on besides getting these developments together and doing some work there?
Oh, 1 second on that one. Do we have any other concerns from the committee? Any questions?
Not at this point, no.
No.
And are you guys free January 28th? Because I would like for you to be at the workshop.
Yes. I was practicing my,
You were getting ready. I was excited.
come on.
I was excited. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was excited. I fought with that yesterday. I was like, oh, no, I don't want it to be virtual. I really didn't want it to be
No,
virtual.
no.
So,
No, you made the right call.
yeah, that was the only thing.
Time again?
6 to 8 at the Rotary.
Fred knows I used to never miss this meeting, and it's been a while. So we would like to learn more about the workforce housing rental units and what you're all doing. So I was going to ask Fred or somebody else, maybe it would be you, could we have someone come to the association and give us an update on this program? For some reason, I have missed this in all the information I gather, and I'm really excited.
Maybe after they all get on the same page.
After we
So
get
they
on the
look
same
really
page,
good.
definitely.
Yeah, and the May housing development, we try once a year at least, because we're very supportive of affordable housing, and whatever we to help you, there may be a grant I could be writing with something. And you talked about your neighborhood assistance program, volunteer opportunities. Our community outreach committee is always looking for projects, painting houses, they're all. Yes, yeah, absolutely. No, anyway, so we would love to have someone come. I know you've come in the past to speak to us, maybe somebody else, whatever you think is best, but we need an update on this stuff. I've gotten lax, I think, and
The other thing I think could be beneficial for them to speak of, if you or whoever goes, is that density bonus, like that happened with Gothey Road. But I mean, I think that's that, and for the real estate agents to know that when they talk to the different buyers, I think.
So
we'll get together.
yeah, I'll get.
Let us iron out this rental unit.
And it's more understanding the program and what you've set up. I don't know how I missed this. I'm very embarrassed right now, so I'm sorry.
Well, we're just glad you're here.
Yeah.
We're all trying to think of different ways to make it work for those that need it the most. Thank you. We are trying. Say that in the mic.
Back up for the record.
Okay.
She's always saying that wherever she goes. Trust me.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
But guys, that's all I have. 41 minutes of meeting. We've had a good year. We've had a great year. We're just gonna keep pushing, keep doing things, keep putting ideas, keep doing events. And Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Christmas parade on Saturday, rain or shine, they say. So pull out your raincoat. We will be there, and let's keep Mr. Doug McGill in our prayers, as well as Mr. Hamilton. All I have.
All right. Have a good break. Rest. You need to rest.
Thank you.
Pass it back to you, Mr. Hamilton.
And thank you for your prayers. I appreciate all of you who have reached out. Now, we are officially
Adjourned for the year. You guys have a great one.